Welcome to episode 2 of Positive Mental Attitude. I'm free to be who I be. This is a cup of Joe, and we're about to tap into the infinite intelligence as we take a closer look at the Napoleon Hill classic, Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich was written in 1937 by Napoleon Hill, and it's widely regarded, along with Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, to be one of the first self-help books. And though there's been many more since, this is regarded as one of the best. And there's a reason for that, because it's full of practical knowledge. A lot of the other self-help books are shit language, whereas Think and Grow Rich, as I said, is full of practical knowledge that you can apply to your life. And scene. To be able to write the book, Napoleon Hill interviewed many of the most successful entrepreneurs of his age, and through doing so he was able to establish a certain amount of similarities between all of them and compile them into a book as to what he thought were the essential factors to leading a successful life. It's not just about business. It's not just about sales. It's about being positive and being able to apply that to your life in general, whatever it is you choose to do. Or at least that's what it's gone on to become. Transition. I'm going to explore 11 key points from the book, and that's the ones that just stuck out to me. Now, this may turn into a two-part. This might be a two-part video, because it might be that there's too much to put into one video, and it gets me extra content. But what I would advise is for anyone who does stumble upon this video and who is interested in it, go out and buy the book yourself. I'll put a link in the description. You can find it there. I urge you to buy this book. Now, the first thing I want to look at is Definiteness of Purpose. And this is a huge one, because so many of us don't actually know what it is we want from life. But if you did, if you could work that out, the rest of it kind of falls into place. Because if you know what it is you want, if you know what the destination is, then it's just about getting there. So spend some time thinking about what it is. Why did I do that? Spend some time thinking about what it is that you actually enjoy doing. What is it you want from life? What is it you really want to do? And then just start taking steps going there. I think you'll find this next bit pretty interesting. Use applied faith. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So now you've worked out what it is that you want to do in life. Now you have to believe you can achieve it. Because if you don't think you can achieve it, you won't. You've already lost. You've already failed before you've started. So now that you know what it is you want, go for it and believe wholeheartedly that you can achieve it. Go the extra mile. Now, Napoleon Hill puts this down as render more and better service than you are paid for. And there's a lot of truth to this. It's very easy to fall in the trap of, why should I do this? Why should I do that? What do I get out of it? Well, I should be paid more. I should be doing... Very understandable. But essentially, unless you go the extra mile, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to be any better than anyone else. The path is less cluttered on the extra mile. The mile is there's a cluttered mile, there's some miles. Do a mile. Oh, dreadful. Learn from adversity and defeat. Now, this isn't just in this book. Many of my favourite artists, musicians, authors, actors, whatever it may be, one recurring theme is learning from failure. You try things, you fall down, you get back up again. Now, this is where most people come unstuck, because they try something, it doesn't work out, and they immediately give up. They think, okay, well, I tried it, it didn't work. In order to get anywhere, you learn from the failures. There's always something to learn from it. Okay, you tried something, it didn't work out, but there's surely something from that you can apply to the next thing that you want to do. Or the same thing that you want to do, but just try again, just try it from a different approach. So learn from adversity and failure. Keep at it, keep going. To be away from people. Maintain sound health. Now, that's a very important one. Look at your diet and your exercise. Make sure you've got a good healthy diet and you exercise regularly. Part of the reason I'm going to call this series Rambling On, apart from the obvious, me rambling on, it gives me an excuse to do these videos and combine it with something I love, which is being out in nature and walking. This is one of the ways I keep fit. Like and subscribe now. Do it now. Exercise and diet instills a sense of discipline into your life, which will not just help with this subject but everything else. If you have the discipline to be able to take care of yourself physically, that'll help mentally, which will probably help spiritually and financially. This piece of dialogue links the past scene to the future scene. Budget your time and money. Now, being able to put yourself in a good position financially obviously has many benefits. Gives you an element of freedom as opposed to not having any money. But time, that's the biggest thing. That's all we have, really. When you spend your time unwisely, when you spend your time doing things you shouldn't be doing, you don't get that back. You can always make money back. You know, you can always, somebody rips you off, you lose money, there's a chance you can always make that money back. But once time's gone, it's gone. So if you want to do something, do it now. Don't put it off. Don't think about some excuse to do it tomorrow. Trust me, I very nearly didn't come out and do this video today. I was lying in bed this morning, feeling very tired, quite low, and would like nothing more than to have curled up in a ball and not done anything. But I managed to drag myself out, and quite frankly I feel all the better for it. So if there's something you want to do it, and do it now, because time's ebbing away and you don't get it back. Next scene. Create personal initiative. It is better to act on a plan that is still weak than to delay acting on a plan at all. So kind of like my last point, really. If there's something you want to do, maybe it is that you don't have everything in line yet. Maybe you don't have all the details that you need. Maybe you don't know exactly where it is you're going. If you're doing a vlog, if you're doing something with YouTube, maybe you don't have the right equipment, or you don't feel you've got the right equipment. I won't be able to do this until I've got the right lighting, until I've got the right camera set up, until I've got the right microphone. We'll just start with what you do have. Just get going. Just because I believe when you start something, there's an energy that comes along with that. There's a momentum that you create that you wouldn't otherwise by just sitting there and doing nothing. So get started. Just get started on whatever it is you want to do with whatever equipment it is that you have. Even if you don't know where it is you're going, just start, because you're far more likely to find the path by actually getting up and moving than just staying still. Like, subscribe.